With Crown, estimates are always free. Let them show you how much you can save when you trust the carrier experts at Crown. Call 330-499-4988 or visit them on the web at crowngroupohio.com. Ohio license number 27133.
This is your Drive Time traffic update on Canton's Morning News.
And traffic and weather brought to you by Crown Heating and Cooling, family owned and operated, serving the residential and commercial heating and cooling needs since 1960. It has been very quiet on the roadways this morning, so no issues out there for you right now. If you are heading out, you should be in pretty good shape. Just let us know if you see any trouble spots. You can call us or text us at 330-450-1480.
Canton's severe weather station. Stick with us. Now, the 1480 WHBC AccuWeather forecast.
Mostly sunny today, breezy this afternoon, chance for a thunderstorm, high 84. Partly cloudy, humid, and breezy tonight with a chance for a thunderstorm, low 69. Tomorrow, we'll see a mixture of clouds and sun and maybe a thunderstorm and a high of 81. Right now, 63 degrees on your severe weather station, 1480 WHBC. All right, it is Tuesday morning and time to us to find out what is happening in and around the city of Canton. And we're live on Facebook, and all of you watching us on Facebook just got a little treat. So we're not going to say anything, not going to tell you what it was. Just have to go and look. Check it out later. Anyway, I have in studio with us this morning Canton Mayor Bill Sherer. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Pam. How are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Good. I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day out.
It is. Doesn't it feel good outside?
Yes.
After last week. Whoo! It was nice. Feels nice and cool out there right now. Well, you have there's a lot of things on the agenda, on your plate, so to speak. But I want to start off with the purchase of the Arby's next to the Civic Center. A lot of people were wondering what's going to happen to that. And so talk about that, because that's exciting.
Well, the Arby's next to the Civic Center has been vacant for the last couple of years, and part of our plan, along with our plan for the neighborhoods, is to, redevelop and renovate the Civic Center, which we've had a study done prior to myself being mayor. The Tom Burnaby had a study done that our Civic Center still has good bones.
Yeah.
But we also are kind of conjoined twins with Arts and Stark. And I firmly believe that, if we can be successful, we can help them be successful also. Now, we're currently renovating $2.5 million worth of renovations with the HVAC, the heating, lighting, sound, and stuff like that. But we're also having conversations about making a major renovation, and the purchase of the Arby's, which has been vacant for the last 2 years, is part of that plan.
So what happens when you do indeed purchase that Arby's?
Really, we're just going to demo the Arby's, which has been vacant,
Mm-hmm.
and we need additional parking, and we're also going to redo the loading dock in the back so we can get bigger venues and bigger acts and stuff. So it's just we really just need more parking than anything. Yeah,
and we know from Kid Fest, trying to bring in bigger things, it's a tight squeeze back there. It is.
But Arts and Stark owns all the land around the Civic Center. The county actually, I probably learned more about the Civic Center in the last 90 days than I have in my entire life. The county, we have a lease agreement, 90-year lease agreement with the county, which we're currently having conversation with Arts and Stark about acquiring the lot around the Civic Center. And we're currently having conversations with the county and the county commissioners about our existing lease. And, it just really just needs an upgrade right now. But the more that we can get done right now, so when we talk about the upgrades that we want to do, we're talking about replacing the seats, which is probably about $1.7 million. We're also looking to upgrade the bathrooms. When they built the Civic Center and the Cultural Arts Center, nothing was ADA compliant back in the day. Yeah. And what we need to do is build out the bathrooms into the parking lot, but we don't own the lot. Arts and Stark owns a lot. So there's a lot of moving parts. Things are kind of moving quickly with the Civic Center, and the purchase of the Arby's is just one piece of the plan.
And the things that have already been done have made a world of difference already. Just the little things, the lighting and all of those things.
Blake
Mm-hmm.
has done a fantastic job with the Civic Center, and when the Canton Charge was down at the Civic Center, we had a great relationship with them, but kind of the city was held hostage to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have the ability to do other shows, other events, because they controlled everything. And since we've ended our relationship, and they were happy and we were happy back in the day, Blake has done a fantastic job about bringing sold-out show after sold-out show and event after event and I'll call it family fun entertainment.
Yeah. And it's nice to come just to go to downtown Canton to see that.
Absolutely.
Don't have to travel somewhere to
Absolutely.
go see it.
And we have vendors that have left us and went to the village and are actually coming back to the Civic Center.
That's great.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so let's talk about this, the city seeking an admissions tax and a parking tax.
So currently, right now the city of Canton is no different than any other city. We're no different than the city of Cleveland, the city of Sandusky. When you think about the city of Sandusky, how do they survive? They survive out of 5 months out of the year, and that's called Cedar Point. And we're currently talking about an admissions tax. Why would we not capitalize on another revenue source for economic development with all the people that are going to be coming in and out of town? And when you talk about economic development, it could help fund the future renovations of the Civic Center. It could fund all the grants that we provide for small business, like our storefront grants, our interior grants. So these are conversations that we are having right now. Now, this is not something that we're looking to do right away. It's going to take some time to figure this out with our income tax department. But we want to make sure if we're going to head this direction that we're going to get it right the first time. Yeah,
and one thing that people talk about is everything that's happening. They want to make sure that it's not always a burden on them. That to see the people coming in from out of town and let them spend their money here and leave it behind. You know,
absolutely. And I want to make sure that, and I want to be very adamant about this, that I want to see the village be successful, absolutely, in the Hall of Fame, but anything we do moving forward, there has to be a return benefit coming back. Right. So when I talk about admissions tax, that I talk about that we can pave more streets, that we can hire more cops, that there has to be a return benefit coming back. And I'm not saying it hasn't been like that, but I want to make sure that we're heading that direction moving forward.
And what about the parking tax? That would be what?
Well,
same thing?
Yeah, it would be the same thing. So when you think about the Hall of Fame festivities and everything else and stuff like that, or it could be, possibly, when we have an event down at the Civic Center.
Okay.
So it's just it would be another revenue source. So.
And then we look at the Palace Theater. They're going to be celebrating their 100th birthday, just like the radio station, and they're ramping up their renovation process, and city's going to ramp up its around that area too.
And we're going to, I met with Georgia from the Palace, and we're going to see, we're having conversations about what the city can do to help them be successful also. The Palace has always been an anchor downtown for the city, and so we're currently having conversations about the redevelopment of 6th Street with streetscape, possibly Court Avenue, to coincide with their, with their renovation plans. And I'm pretty, there's a lot of exciting stuff happening downtown.
There really is. There really is. I mean, there was that first initial step to get things going and hopefully bringing people downtown. And boy, it just has continued to progress. So
things are definitely heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And then we have, let's see, give me some other things that are happening in the city that you wanted to mention.
Well, we're currently looking to, update a lot of the policies and procedures for the building department. One thing that's important for me is along with the neighborhoods, and like when I talk about speed tables in our neighborhoods and speeding and everything else, we're going to hire 2 new positions for the building department. And for me, litter in the city is a quality of life issue, and it's terrible. It is. So I want to have, certain individuals just dedicated just for that. So we're going to hire a couple new union positions within the city that are going to work for the building department, that are going to work for J.R. Rinaldi, at the discretion of whatever he needs just to address that issue.
Yeah.
So,
beautification, right?
Absolutely. And we're also looking at a land reutilization program. Currently, the city has taken an aggressive position, and this is just part of the plan for the neighborhoods on demoing blight, fighting blight within the neighborhoods. So the city currently has over 2,000 lots that we have to mow, we have to service, and everything else. And we're looking, and these are city-owned lots. And if we were looking to sell these lots to a resident, the resident would probably have to pay market rate, which could be anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 for a vacant lot. We have to be realistic that there's going to be a lot of residents that are not going to be able to afford that, and these lots are not big enough to, build a house on. So we're looking at a land reutilization program to get rid of these lots cheaper. So if somebody wanted to expand their property line, have a bigger yard for the kids to play in, maybe put a garden in.
Yeah.
So we had DeHoff Realty go out and appraise all these lots. So we're moving forward with that. Now, council still has to approve this, but it's going to be an easier way for the city to get rid of these lots, and it's going to be less expenses on the city that we don't have to service and mow these properties. So.
Right. Oh, good step. All right. Before I let you go, I have to ask you one question. Are you prepared for your very first Hall of Fame festival?
Well, I'm getting prepared. It just happens to be me and my wife's 25th anniversary on August 6th.
No, sir.
Yeah,
oh,
so
my
how
gosh.
about that, huh?
That's awesome, though.
So
Congratulations.
I'm going to have to figure something out there. So probably going to have to take her something somewhere prior to.
Probably.
To
I
all
think
of
so,
that.
yeah.
So we're getting ready. I'm excited.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
it'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be busy, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was good seeing you and all of your department heads that have come down to visit and have been on the air, just giving us so much insight. It's been great.
And we're getting ready to announce the town halls.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yes.
So that's going to be coming down the pike about the neighborhood plan.
Yes.
So there's a lot of exciting stuff. I mean, there's a lot of people that are really pumped up about what we're doing in the neighborhoods in the city right now.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, we're here, so we're glad to have you.
Yeah. Thanks, Pam.
Thank you.
Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook.
If you missed one of our guests, get the podcast